Good evening, everyone. I trust you're doing well today and happy weekend to you. So, today I have an interesting topic to talk about, and we're going to look at health promotion. Sometimes when people say promote health, promote health, what exactly do you mean by promote health? So, let me ask a question. Do we promote health when people fall sick already? Or we promote health when people are healthy? I'll leave you for some seconds to answer that question. Okay, so health promotion simply can be described as the process or any activity that empowers people with the knowledge and the skills that they need, as well as supportive environment, and a process that addresses the determinant of health in a way that people would take charge of their health, have control over their health. Of course, when we talk about the determinants of health, we know what they are, those factors that influence health. So talk about the social factor, cultural factors, economic factors, environmental factors, physical factors, and the rest of them. So when people have the power to take charge of their health, when people have control over their health, when when all of these factors are addressed to enable people to take charge of their health, such activity or such process is called health promotion. So, what health promotion is not all about? Health promotion is not about treating people who are sick already. No. Health promotion is not about managing the health of people who are not, it's not typically health promotion. What health promotion really seeks, the aim is, among healthy individuals to really enable them to take charge of their health. And health promotion is also focused, um, it goes beyond just one person individuals to population level to community level. So health promotion deals with a large number of people at the same time. Now, in health promotion, there are core elements of health promotion. The core elements include there has to be an element of policy because policies are rules, regulations, guidelines that a country adopts, a state adopts in order to, you know, in order to be able to achieve particular aim. So if it's a health policy, that rules and regulations or guidelines will be geared towards improving certain health outcome. So there must be an element of policy in health promotion. Another element of health promotion is supportive environment. Supportive environment. Imagine that you come to a place and you come to a community and you tell the community, drink clean water, clean water. Whereas the community members will have to trek down for 50 minutes to get to a nearby village stream for them to get water to drink. And this water may not even be healthy for them. So, how do you enable their environment so that they'll be able to get access to clean water, have access to clean water? Or how do we empower them, provide them with the knowledge or the skills to be able to, be able to treat the available water in such a way that it becomes healthy for drinking? So you see, supportive environment is key element of health promotion. Health promotion cannot be fully achieved or optimized when the environment does not support the health goal, right? So another example here is where you're telling a community, you come to a community and you want the community to have access to good food, foods that they can afford as well. And then we don't have an environment that enables growth of food. For example, if that region is an arid region, a very high hot region, desert region, of course there are certain plants that won't grow. If they don't have access to rain or access to water supply, of course it will be very difficult for them to access food. And then if there is no accessible road, even if they have farmers nearby villages, they will find it difficult if they have bad roads to access these markets where they can buy good food, where they can buy healthy foods at a considerable cost. So that is why we say supportive environment is key. Then we look at community engagement, of course, of whom is health promotion targeted at, if not the community. So there's it's easier, it's effective more when we carry community members, the community for which the health promotion is aimed at, when we carry them along. Of course, there are interventions that you bring into a community and the community move along with it, but it's more efficient, it's more effective when we engage the community members. You're looking at the community stakeholders like the women leaders, you're looking at the church leaders, the village leaders, the chiefs, and all of those. Just talk about them, the youth leaders. You have to engage them if you want the community to really be part of the health promotion activity. So these are some of the elements of health promotion. So we look at the approaches of health promotion. There are three major approaches. So by approaches we mean that strategies we can ways through which health promotion could be achieved, ways through which you can enable people, empower people, provide supportive environment to people so that they can take charge of their health. So that these are the approaches of public of health promotion. So there are three of them. We have number one, behavioral change approach. We have number two, self-empowerment approach, or self-actualization. You can call it self-empowerment or self-actualization. Now, the third one is community engagement, right? So these are the three approaches of health promotion. So we're going to look at them one after the other. So what is behavioral change? From the word behavior and change, what comes to mind? Behavior change. So here, the aim of this approach is to, bring about a change in the behavior, attitudes, practices, the way people act towards, or the way people believe, their perceptions towards a particular, health outcome, such that once they believe or their attitudes or their perspectives are changed, it could help inform positive health decisions and choices. So the aim of behavioral change approach is to change their knowledge. And for you to change your knowledge, you have to provide new information that would counter the old information that they have, towards certain health issues or health related matters. So behavioral change is really focused on this. So behavioral change is really based on psychological models. Some of them are theories we need to understand. If we must, change people's behavior, we need to look at certain theories and some of these theories would enable any public health person, or would promote any health promotion activities to its fullest. So some of these theories include health belief models. We have the social cognitive theory. We have theories of planned actions. There are lots more of theories that we need to look and understand and see how people can be made to change, bring about, changes in their behavior just by the kind of information, the degree of information, how it comes to them, that information, those information gets to them, really gets to them enough for them to be able to bring about a change. So take for example health belief model. We have 6 variables in the health belief models. So this model believes that if you want to change people's knowledge or attitude and you're giving them new information, you must consider, bringing to their knowledge how beneficial that would be if they are able to do it. How severe is the disease condition or health, health related issue that you want them to change? How severe it is? Do they believe that this health issue or this um health related matter or disease is strong enough to cause them disease? Do they understand that they're susceptible? How susceptible they are? How much is their risk? Are there cues to actions, things that could help them, remind them to take this, to be able to adopt this healthy behavior? These are some of the things. We'll not go into details. We'll be able to look at these theories maybe in a separate video. So these are things that we focus on in behavioral change. So the assumption here for behavioral change approach is that people have the right information, and once they do, they'll be able to change whatever they believe. But then there's a limitation to this. The limitation is that knowledge does not equal practice. Yes, the fact that I know something is not sufficient enough for me to practice it. If I know that fruits and vegetables, consumption of fruits and vegetables are beneficial, to my health, I know it, but it's not enough to make me consume, fruits and vegetable. What about access? What about affordability? So behavioral change approach does not take all of these in consideration, and that's the limitation. So the next approach here is self-empowerment or self-actualization. So this approach assumes that once people, once people are able or are enabled to take particular actions, once their skills and confidence is built, their self-efficacy, that is easier for them to do what? Adopt healthy or positive health outcome. So self-empowerment really focused on enabling people. So in this approach, you're looking at teaching people skills, you're looking at counseling, coaching, and all of that. For example, self-empowerment approach of health promotion as it relates to improvement of maybe breastfeeding. I'm just taking this as an example. If you're using the self-empowerment approach to improve breastfeeding practices among nursing mothers, what does it entail? It entails that I have to build the confidence of nursing mothers to be able to believe that they have all it takes to do what? Breastfeed their babies the way they should. So here I'll be teaching them how to breastfeed their babies, how to properly latch their babies. Then along the line, I also have to teach them how to, how to make healthy meals, healthy complementary meals. That's where I may have to organize cooking demonstration classes specifically for mothers who have children less than 2 years who are taking complementary feeding. So you see, if I am a mother and I'm able to know, oh, this is how I latch my baby, I have the confidence enough, I have all it takes in order to breastfeed my baby, then I would be able to do so. Or if I know what it is, what food is healthy for my baby and how to prepare them, it's easier for me to do what? Feed my babies properly. So this is the assumption of self-empowerment, that once people have the confidence and the skills and what it takes to, to be able to do certain things that would improve their health, they will do it. But there's a limitation to this as well. The limitation of self-empowerment is that um, this can only work when people are motivated. There's a motivation factor here. So people can only be able to do this when they are motivated. Anyone who is not motivated, if we're doing if we have an intervention towards improving the economic skills or sources of incomes of mothers, so that they can improve their caregiving practices, right? If we have a mother, or if we have group of mothers who are not interested, who do not even care, of course, whatever training or whatever skill they have, they may not be able to use it. So the third approach is community engagement. Just like I said in the introductory part of this class, that of course community members are those who of whom these health promotion activities are aimed to. They are the recipient of whatever thing, actions or processes, things that would improve their health. Of course, community members. So here in community engagement, it entails that community members are fully engaged in both the planning, you know, processing. They are part of, their co-decision makers. They're not just recipients of the skills or the knowledge of health promotion, but they are co-decision makers, they are co-planners. So here we look at engaging stakeholders, community members, to also bring their views, bring their perspectives to the issue at hand, so that with their opinions, with their suggestions, with their views and perspectives, we can, be able to do what suits them culturally. So community engagement has to factor the cultural and the belief systems of a people. It considers that if health promotion activity does not align with the cultural factors and cultural beliefs of a people, of course, that would not fly. So these are the three approaches. So one thing about community engagement is long lasting. It takes time. You need to penetrate the community. You need also in most cases you need external aid, like funding, to be able to bring this to reality. So as a way of recap, we've been able to look at the concept of health promotion, the core elements of health promotion, and the approaches of health promotion. So in our next video, we'll look at examples of some of these, like examples of interventions using some of these approaches. I hope you enjoyed the class. Till then, we'll see you later. Bye.